Namaste children. Today I give you notes for 10th standard revised syllabus of lesson number 4 opposition to British rule in Karnataka and wodeyars of Mysore. First main is fill in the blanks with suitable answer. First question is the first Anglo-Mysore war took place between dash and dash, the British and Hyder Ali. The second Anglo-Mysore war ended with the Treaty of Mangalore. Next third question is Raja Wodeyar made dash as his capital, Srirangapatna as his capital. Fourth question is Kitturu Chennamma adopted a boy named Shivalingappa. Rayanna of Kitturu state belonged to dash village, Sangoli village. Surapura is in the present district of Yadgiri. The Bedas of dash village of Belgaum district rebelled against the British, Halagali. The Amarasulya rebellion was basically a dash rebellion, that is farmer rebellion. Discuss in groups and answer the questions. First question is what are the achievements of Chikka Devaraja wodeyar? The achievements of Chikka Devaraja wodeyar are as follows. He was an efficient soldier and administrator. He checked the invasion of Shivaji at Madurai, Ikkeri and Bijapura. He captured Magadi, Madugiri, Kortagere and other places. He purchased Bangalore from the Mughal military general. He had the titles like Karnataka Kavi Chakravarti, Apratimavira, Navakoti Narayana. He started the Council of Ministers to help in administration. The postal system came into being during his time. The dam was constructed across the Kaveri and Chikka Devaraja and Dodda Devaraja canals are also constructed for irrigation. He had patronized many poets like Tirumalaraya, Sanchi Honnamma and so on. How did Hyder Ali came to power? Hyder Ali gained prominence in this scenario of uncertainty that clouded over the Mysore and Carnatic region. Hyder Ali soon became popular in using arms and experiments. He undertook the invention of the forces by active military operations and suppressed Dalwais. He imprisoned Krishna Raja Wodeyar II and kept him under house arrest and took over the power. He became famous as Nawab Hyder Ali in a short time. What are the effects of Second Anglo-Mysore War? Tipu Sultan was waging war in Malabar region when Hyder Ali died. The British tried to take advantage of Hyder Ali's death by invading Mangalore and the Bidanuru. They also tried to instigate the rulers of Calicut and Malabar regions against Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan thought of all these developments and decided to protect Mangalore and the coastal region. He defeated the British. The Treaty of Mangalore ended with the Second Anglo-Mysore War. What were the conditions of Srirangapatna Treaty? Tipu was forced to part with half of his kingdom. He was forced to pay 3 crore rupees as war damage fees. He had to pledge 2 of his children as a guarantee against the payment. He was also forced to release the prisoners of war. The British withdrew the combined army from Srirangapatna. The fourth Anglo-Mysore strengthened the position of the British in Mysore. Discuss. Tipu died while fighting against the British. With the death of Tipu Sultan, the British were happy as if the whole India came under their rule. Most of the territories under Tipu's rule was shared among the British, the Marathas and the Nizam of Hyderabad. A small territory was handed over to the royal representative of Mysore wodeyars. This region came to be known as Mysore Princely States. Next question is what are the achievements of Krishna Raja Wodeyar IV. He was very much interested in spreading education among his people. He abolished fees in all primary school to develop primary education. He helped girls' education. He started the University of Mysore and also started a scholarship to the students continuing education in foreign countries. The Indian Institute of Science was established at Bangalore with the help of Tata. Special attention was given to the development of irrigation. A barrage was constructed across Kaveri near Belagola. New railway lines were laid. The iron and steel factory, cement factory, paper mills at Bhadravati, sugar factory at Mandya, sandal oil factory of Mysore, soap factory at Bangalore, chemical and fertilizers factory at Belagola was started. Legislative Council was formed, which was a great step in the legislative measure. He had a lot of interest towards fine arts and encouraged musicians. Mysore became a model state due to his administration. Mahatma Gandhi ji called him as a Rajashri. Explain the method of resisting the British power by Dondiya Wagh. Built army captured Bidanuru Shivamogga forts. Unsuccessful attempt to capture Chitradurga. Wellesley tried to check the rebellion. British attack Shivamogga, Honnali, Harihara. Capture of Chikaripura, Dondiya flight to Gatti. Attack on Gatti by Nizam. Dondiya's flight to Maratha region. Continue his war in spite of defeat to Marathas encouraged by Palegas. French extended support. British army followed Dondiya. Capture of Shirahatti, followers of Dondiya were killed. British attacked from all directions, was caught between Maratha and Nizama army. British attacked him near Yelapa Ravi and killed Dondiya at Kenagal. Explain the method adopted by Rayanna to fight the British. Rayanna was a brave soldier. He fought for the independence of Kitturu and felt it was his duty to liberate his motherland. He fought with Rani Chennamma and was imprisoned along with her. He developed a sense of nationalism and went on organizing an army. He went on organizing secret meeting at sensitive geographical location. He aimed at looting the treasury and taluk offices of the British. He had an army of 500 men. He became furious with the villagers who were assisting the British army. The British devised a cunning strategy to capture Rayanna. Rayanna was cunningly captured and brought down to Dharwad. He was declared as an offender and was hanged. Next, ninth question. Explain the contribution of Putabasappa of Kodagu in the freedom struggle. Putabasappa pursued himself as Swami Parampara. He organized the rebels and calmed down the people. He declared that tax on tobacco and salt will be withdrawn if the rebel government assumed power. The capture of the government office in Bellary was the first move in his rebellion. He killed the Amaldar who was known for his brutality. The rebels marched towards Mangalore to capture it. The British were engaged in fortifying their fort in Mangaluru. The rebels marched towards Mangalore through Panemangaluru and Bantwal. They looted the treasury and prison of Bantwal. The British sought the army of Talacheri and Bombay to quell this uprising. On hearing this development, Putabasappa and his associated fled towards Sulia, captured them with the help of people in Kodagu. He was hanged to death. Last question of this chapter is discuss the Surapura rebellion in brief. The British government was observing the various development of Surapura. It came to the notice of government that the representatives of Nana Sahib were present in Surapura. This made the British suspicious of king's intention. The British appointed an officer named Campbell to report on the various activities of the king. The officer submitted a report to the resident of Hyderabad that the king is involved in maladministration. Venkatappa Nayaka is usually presented as the leader of 1857 revolt in Karnataka by historians. The British army captured Surapura. The war continued. There is confusion regarding Venkatappa Nayaka's end. Thank you for watching this video, children. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you, children.